Hi everyone, welcome back to the vlog series this semester. My name is Destiny McFall, and as I've previously mentioned, I'm interning at the Child Welfare League of America in Washington, D.C. Last week I mentioned that I was in the process of updating some safety statistics in our Pride book. This week I really wanted to focus on CWLA's kind of mission in providing strength-based words and languages to these foster care and adoption agencies that we provide this pre-service training to. Not just to kind of bring awareness to what we're doing as an agency, but just kind of in general. As a former foster child, like I previously mentioned to you guys, I've always kind of been aware of the negative stigma surrounding the foster care system as a whole. But now I'm becoming more aware of the language that, surrounds the foster care system and foster youth and foster parents. I'm noticing the language that we use can have a stigma in and of itself. And so, like I said, I just kind of wanted to share my experience with working with Marcus and the training team and learning more about these languages and these words and these phrases that a lot of us use sometimes, not really knowing that there's a negative stigma around it. But as I said, as a former foster youth myself, I can speak to the truth behind that. So just a few examples that I did want to kind of put out there. One of the big ones that I know we talk about in our trainings a lot is instead of using the word trigger, so using trigger as a word to describe a traumatic experience that you've experienced in the past and it's kind of bringing you back there in the moment, maybe we could consider using a trauma reminder instead of the word trigger, because that can have some negative connotation behind it. And so I thought that was a really good example to use. And then also another one that I wanted to share with you guys kind of from the curriculum that we have here at CWLA for these strength-based words is instead of using the term hard to place child, whether that's a child who presents with behavioral issues or other kind of issues, we could instead use safe and nurturing families are hard to find. I feel that kind of takes the blame off of the foster child and just kind of lets it be known that we're having a difficult time finding a family who is willing to work with these behavioral issues and understand that that child has undergone trauma and experienced adverse childhood experiences that has kind of influenced those behavioral issues and those challenges that can present in a foster care setting. Another big one is the term foster parent. So CWLA encourages, the agencies that we train and stuff to use resource parent rather than foster parent, because foster parents, so that we know them by, they're really a resource for the foster youth, and they're there to provide an encouraging, a warm and welcoming environment so that these children can thrive and grow and learn. And so I thought that was a really important one as well. And then the last one that I'll kind of share is instead of using maybe monitored visitation or supervised visitation in regards to a foster youth or foster child going and visiting their biological or birth family or parent, we could use monitored family time. And I think that that's a really great way to refer to that time because it kind of lets the child know that, yes, we are recognizing that this is still your family and we're not trying to take that away from you. So just letting that child know that we are supporting their relationship with their birth parent or parents is really important. And kind of, as I said before, coming from someone who was a foster youth themselves, that was a really big one for me. And not that I really realized at the time, but the older that I get and I kind of reflect on those times, that would have been a really helpful term or terminology to use, to let them know, like I said before, that we are supporting that relationship. And the ultimate goal is for reunification with the birth parents. So like I said, I really just wanted to bring awareness to, what CWLA is doing in regards to the strengths-based approach in social work and providing that language to those agencies. And yeah, so I look forward to kind of enhancing and helping to enhance those languages and building upon them more and helping them to compile a list of those phrases and words and languages. So yeah, I will see you guys next week, and I will let you guys know what I'm up to then.